Hello, welcome to Action Film Institute. I'm your host, Robert Barnwell. The last episode was our first and was designed to welcome and orient everyone to Action Film Institute, as well as our video program. During today's episode, we'll explore some of the basic elements of successful action films. Action films, and almost all movies in fact, are comprised of 3 acts, and each of these 3 acts requires certain elements for the film to succeed with their audiences. Beyond the 3 acts, action films meant for mass appeal typically run for 90 to 120 minutes, which are each comprised of 40 or so scenes of 2 to 3 minutes each, which in turn are comprised of 1 to 10 shots of varying length. This can be a one or single shot scene, or 15 shots of 2 to 5 seconds each, for example. But in looking at the basic elements of the successful action film, it's perhaps most helpful to focus on each of the 3 acts rather than the individual scenes or shots themselves. The first act lasts about 20 or 30 minutes. During the first 5 minutes or so, the movie introduces us to the hero and all the principal characters and establishes the overall mood or feel for the movie. During this period, the audience should form a bond with the central character. Then somewhere between minute 10 and 15, as Blake Snyder describes within his amazing book on screenwriting, Save the Cat, there needs to be a catalyst moment that essentially lays out the path of confrontation. Also, it's absolutely critical that the hero is outmatched by whatever forces are aligned against him. By this point, the audience needs to know that the challenge confronting the hero and be afraid for both the hero's physical safety as well as concern that he may not be able to overcome the forces aligned against him. One of my favorite examples is Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator. Arnold is a huge, powerful guy. In Predator, he's the leader of a kick-ass team of special forces operators. So what did the filmmakers do? They created a creature much larger and more powerful than Arnold or any member of his team. The creature had more sophisticated weapons and camouflage. During Act 1 and Act 2, the creature appeared all but invincible and kills with absolute impunity. Act 2 is where the forces aligned against our hero have the upper hand, and the hero is forced to endure various setbacks or losses. The enemy is winning, and often friends and allies of our hero are injured or killed. Again, let's continue to look at Predator as an example. During Act 2, we discover that the team is on their own without any outside support. The area is reportedly too hot for helicopter pickup or exfiltration. Soon after, the creature begins systematically killing members of the team. In one telling scene, Arnold and his Special Forces team unleash a storm of gunfire and grenades into the jungle after one member of their team is killed, none of which kills the creature. In a bit of foreshadowing, we do discover that the creature's been slightly injured. Finally, Act 3 is where our hero is left without any options. The hero recognizes that he has no choice but to confront the enemy or the challenge head on. So we watch the hero make his preparations to confront the enemy that he faces. Early in the process, like within Act 2, the hero may have some occasional failures or setbacks. But at this point, there should be no one in the audience saying to themselves, "What a doofus. Why doesn't the hero just drive away or tell the police or whatever?" No, at this point, there should only be one logical path for the hero, and that path is directly to challenge and confront the enemy. In Predator, early in Act 3, Arnold's character says, "We make a stand now, or there'll be no one else left." I don't think anyone in the audience is foolish enough to disagree with Arnold at this point. In most action films, the hero will systematically kill people surrounding or aligned with the antagonist before defeating the chief villain or enemy during one of the final scenes. Join us for the next episode when we take much of what we've discussed today and we learn how to watch and study some of our favorite action films with a filmmaker's eye. In the meantime, be sure to check out all the free articles, reviews, and videos that will soon be available at actionfilminstitute.com. Also, if you've got any topics that you'd like to see us cover or where you'd like for us to know how we're doing, just leave us some YouTube feedback. Finally, we'd like to invite you to take a second to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you've not done so already. I look forward to seeing you next time.